Hey YouTube, it's Jurak Master, and this is going to be the second Duel or Kaijudo deck that I bring you. It's pretty much Duel Masters. So this deck is the Water Dark deck. Gonna jump into it for you. If you guys missed the Fire Nature deck, that is the one I will probably be using personally for now until the rest of the stuff comes out with the all the next sets and stuff. Like, we actually get a pack instead of just these dual starter decks. So I've obviously modified these and bought multiples. You need 3 to completely get a playset of everything. So first I'm going to go through the dark cards. So I've got 3 Razor Kinder. After I go through profiling the deck, I'll get to what they do and everything. I've got 1 Gigargon, 1 Zagon the Bone Knight, 2 Fumes, 3 Dream Pirate, 3 Skull Cutter, and the spells will be 3 Terror Pit, 2 Death Smoke, and 2 Bone Blades. Now to get to the water part, I've got 2 King Nautilus, 2 King Pontius, 3 Frogzuka, 3 Aqua Seneschal, I think. Don't know how to say that. 3 Reef Eye, 2 Teleport, 3 Spy Mission, and 2 Ice Blades. So that's the actual deck itself. I'm going to jump into some of the stuff the deck does. So right off the bat, you've got the cover card of the Darkness deck, which is Razor Kinder, and he's pretty good. Although he costs 7 for a 4,000 creature, you basically get a Death Smoke from it. It's when this creature enters the battle zone, banish target untapped enemy creature. So it basically is like playing Death Smoke, because really the effect of this thing is Death Smoke's effect. And as you can see, Death Smoke costs 5. So it's like getting a 4,000 for 2, basically. Because you also get the Death Smoke. So it's a really, really powerful card to be using. You just banish the opponent's troublesome creatures, and then you're in a better situation. So this is a very good card, and I'm very impressed by it. Gigargon is just your power beater. Should you get 8 mana to play him, he's got 9,000 attack, power rather, so he's really good, and he's got Double Breaker. Then Zagon is the same thing. He's a 7,000 that costs 6, and he's a Double Breaker as well, so he's just a power beater you can get out with 2 less mana. Fumes is really good. He's only got 2,000 power, but he's for 4 mana. But what's really good about him is that he's just got the ability, when he comes in to the battle zone, the opponent is forced to choose and discard a card from their hand. Really crucial. That is just so good. Like, I can't even tell you how overpowered that seems. Next up, the Dream Pirates. They're 3,000 for 3. So right off the bat, they're pretty good. They're blockers, which is really nice. You've got 3,000 blockers for 3. That's nice. But when they attack, they die after the attack. So that's the drawback, but still very good overall. And then the 3 Skull Cutters. They're 1,000s for 3, but the 1,000 doesn't matter. When they lose a battle, they kill the other creature that battled it. So basically it kills anything it touches. That's the Slayer ability. And that will get you a few free swings onto shields, or if the opponent has, say, a blocker you want to get past, you can swing and you'll get past it, or they'll block you and they'll die. So that's really good. It doesn't matter that it's only got 1,000 power. Terror Pit, despite its 7 mana cost, is very good. It's a shield blast, so it's just really nice to have in the deck. If you draw it and you need to, you can put it in your mana zone, obviously. So the effect is banish target enemy creature. Doesn't matter if it's tapped or untapped, just banish it. Very good because it's a shield blast. Can't stress that enough. Shield blasts in this game are incredibly important. The 2 Death Smoke, I figured normally a Darkness deck would probably be spamming 3 of those, but I've got a few things that do the same thing, such as the 3 Razorkinder in here, that only cost 2 more to play, but you also get a creature out of it at the end. And you get a few other cards that do things like it from the water side. They just don't kill it, they send it back to the hand or whatever. So 2 Death Smoke is all I needed, because it is a 5 mana cost, which is kinda high to just banish a creature. Don't get me wrong, it's good, especially because it banishes untapped creatures, so you can get rid of blockers and stuff. But it's very costly in most situations. I've got the 2 Bone Blades in here because they're Shield Blast, so that's automatically good. And they banish target enemy creature that is level 4 or less. So basically, when I'm saying mana cost, it basically is level. They've added that to levels. So mana cost is a level for a creature, basically. So say King Nautilus is a level 7. So he would not be killable by Bone Blades, but Bone Blades is very good. The equivalent of this back in the day when the same card existed in Duel Masters, before Duel Masters died off. This was, I believe, run in at 4 in every deck, but as I've said now, they've changed the limit to 3, so I play 2 because I've got things that do the same thing. So yeah, I'll get to those. I believe they're in the water section. They just send back to the hand instead. So King Nautilus, I really love King Nautilus. I was going to run him at 3, but the water already has enough draw power as it is, so I didn't need 3. He costs 7, which is the other thing. I'm running 3 Razorkinder, which all cost 7. Gigargon costs 8. And Zagon costs 6. So that's a lot of high-cost creatures. And I didn't want to have too many of those. Not to mention the 2 King Pontius cost 6. So it is a high-cost kind of setup. And he's only got 5,000 power, so by the later time in the game you get him, you might only get his effect once before he gets blocked. So he gets blocked, killed off, and then you just, you only got to draw 2 cards out of paying 7. That's really what you get out of it. So he is good, don't get me wrong, but at this point we don't have enough ways to get him working as effectively. King Pontius is very good. I'm only using 2 because of the 6 cost, as I said. But he's got 4,000 power, and he can't be blocked. So that's just amazing. You can't block him. What are you going to do? He's got 4,000 power. You got to let him hit you at least once, and then you've got to kill him off by attacking him. Or say you could activate an ability on him to kill him before he gets to attack, seeing as there's summoning sickness in this game. But the unblockable creatures are just so good in this game. So good. So 3 Frogzuka, your basic blocker. He's got blocker and guard, so he can block creatures and he can't attack. Basic blocker right there. He's got 5,000 power for a 4 mana cost. Most blockers back in regular old Duel Masters had 1,000 more power than they did cost. So, you know what I mean. Like, he's got 4 for a cost, so he's got 5,000 power. There used to be a 2,000 blocker for 1. Basically, that's your standard blocker right there. Very good, though, because he is a powerful blocker. He can block a lot of creatures and still live. Next up, the 3 Aqua Seneschal. I'm gonna call it Aqua Seneschal. Whenever he attacks, you draw a card. So, well, you may draw a card. It's not mandatory. So, good hand size advantage, I guess. He's a 3 cost, which is good. And you get 2,000 power out of him. It's not bad. it's really nice to have the draw power. I'm running the 3 Refi, just another standard blocker for 2 with 3000 power. He's got blocker and guard. Standard blocker. And finally, for the spell stuff, you've got 2 teleports, which are really nice. For 5, you can target a creature in the battle zone and return it to the owner's hand, therefore setting the opponent back a little bit, and you get to draw. So it's really good. You get to do both of those effects. You send it back and then draw a card. But since it costs 5, I only played 2. Spy Mission is a shield blast that lets you draw 2 cards. What else do I need to say? It only costs 4, so even if you just want to use this for no other reason but to use it, and pay the 4 mana cost, go ahead. But if it's in your shields, it's even better. And Ice Blade is a 2 cost card. It's also a shield blast, and it returns target level 4 or less, level 4 or less creature from the battle zone to its owner's hand. So that's what I was saying going back to Bone Blades. Bone Blades kills the creature, Ice Blade sends it back. So either way, you get the same, basically the same effect on the creature. This way, it's just not going to come back the next turn. So this is slightly inferior, but it also costs 2 instead of 4. So if it ends up in your hand, it's a good alternative. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to know what you guys think of Duel Masters, well, Kaijudo, I guess. Because I want to know what you guys are thinking, you know. If you're excited for the game, if you think it looks fun. I will be trying to get some actual, games in of this for you guys. Because I enjoyed this game back in the old Duel Masters days. So I'm really looking forward to all of the new stuff from this. I want to know what you guys think, if you're excited for it or not, or if you're going to give it a chance or not. I really am excited, though. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a nice day.